explosives.
We could.
We have Lucian.
We do evolution.
I mean, Okazad has a contact that blows shit up for fun.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
But did he
On top of that,
like
if we
hightail
really
it out of
need
this
someone-
place? Like
What?
like is he? I'm pretty sure he's not here. Like we'd have to find him again.
What NPCs are even?
I'm talking
The one
about
that almost blew up our ship. At least I think that's the one he's referring to.
Yeah. I'm talking about Nello.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think we have an easy way to reach him.
I mean, if we just need someone to force open some stuff, we do have Xena, who's...
I was just thinking the same
Incredibly
thing.
Just don't go thinking you can constantly keep summoning the High Commodore in attack mode without any drawbacks.
Well, yeah, we have to tribute someone, so I tribute Okazad and Jura.
What do you mean? Aren't you the one bound?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm the duel master, therefore I have to sacrifice 2 of my other minions.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna go over so well for you in the long run.
Oh, probably not, no.
See, maybe-
Honestly, I thought she was just a special summon monster that needs you as a tribute.
Oh, just stop.
I mean, the more you become a vampire, that's gonna hurt
The
you.
more it's gonna hurt, yes.
Yeah, the more the chick who uses literal sunlight to travel is gonna hurt you.
I just have to get better sunglasses and sunscreen, obviously.
SPF 9000.
hmm
And it's gonna suck even more side more with the pirates to have a navy person attached to you who can show up whenever the fuck you.
Yeah. I see no downsides here.
I see all the downsides here.
I see.
Don't worry. You see, no, there's no downsides for you because you're on a separate boat.
No?
She sees all the
We'll be the-
downsides even from her boat.
Yeah, we'll be the ones to die if it does come to that.
You were just as bad as Okazad.
Honestly, this is worse than Okazad.
I'm gonna say arguably worse.
Like this
Okazad-
is actually worse.
Okazad gets us
Yeah,
killed
And
on accident.
and he's done stupid shit.
Okazad gets
Yeah,
us killed
but
on accident. You're
the,
trying to get us killed on purpose.
No, I'm not doing it on purpose just yet.
I mean, you swore allegiance to a pirate lord. How is this okay for yourself?
Because I'm friends with her.
The first one to die is either going to be Charia or Okazad.
And how is that pirate lord
Honestly, I
going
hate
to
Jura's. I don't know about you, but Jura's also a pretty good contender for dying first.
He's pretty good at staying alive.
I was about to say, Jura's got crazy luck. He's gonna outlive us
Yeah, he's
all.
he's got luck, but he's always looking for a fight to an extent.
Yeah. It's
And then, like, crits in, like, the critical moments.
Like,
or
honestly,
crits in a completely unnecessary
you're probably
moment.
the most likely to live
It's
out
true.
of any of us.
I get crits
Oh,
whenever I get crits whenever I feel like.
Especially during acrobatics.
Especially acrobatics.
And persuasion.
True.
Oh, persuasion.
The fact that you roll so well with that is astonishing.
I'm just gonna make him the diplomat of the...
My next
He
character.
somehow is.
Whenever I get around to getting another character, because it's the only campaign that I'm in, the next one's going to be either like a apothecary or like a merchant. So I can only imagine how that'll go.
Watch, that character will have terrible persuasion.
Oh, it'll be great. I'll still work with it.
Yeah, that's the thing about it, is that usually you can take.
Come
bad luck
on,
and
come
still
on,
roll it.
buy all my stuff for 10,000 gold. He sells it all for free.
This stuff belongs in the trash. Oh crap, I didn't know there were laws against this stuff and throws it in the trash.
I wasn't robbed. I gave my stuff away for free because it was trash.
He even said so.
Anyway, shall we begin?
We've been waiting for you.
Yeah. Alright, so in not quite as many words this time around. Last time, the big reveal was that the party discovered that High Priest Manu was the Heartrender of Nessus now, responsible for most of the murders. You also discovered that he had been using Tema, the Water Genasi priestess of the temple, to accomplish a fair bit of his dirty work for her. But when the party closed in on Tema and her usefulness seemed to be at an end, Manu cut his losses, killing Tema and removing her heart. Having confirmed through the Speak with Dead spell that Manu was the man responsible for perpetrating all of these murders, the party leaves for some of the more ancient tombs off in the Mahad Desert, with the only advice from Lieutenant Burns being to do what they have to do to put an end to this threat once and for all.
Wow, I think that was our shortest recap ever.
To be fair, he also didn't have to do the narrator voice.
I'm also playing it a little more casual now.
I was gonna say we're getting more casual. Plus, yeah, so it's fine. Anyway, so where were we? We were at. I think we were like here where the.
Yeah, we were there, and now we're making our way
In
out
the-
somewhere this way, I think.
Yeah, you were in the menagerie because it was the gray parrot, I believe, that that was mocking Manu in the first place.
Yeah.
All right, so then, I think we already knew where we were going, right? Like we were told about that place, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do we have any NPCs with us, or is it just the four of us?
Right now, it's 4 of you.
That's right now, remember. I think we were heading back to actually regroup and actually get things together.
Yeah, because
Were
the
we?
only other detail
Might have
you
been.
got was that whatever Manu is doing has something to do with the sacrificing of the pure elements, and the only one who's seen anything like that before is Thalia. There was an inscription bearing those words in that that old tomb you and Lucian went into back in Rotafos.
There?
Yes, there was.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
But you don't know what it means, and neither does Salazar Sobek, the owner proprietor of the Mahad History Museum.
Cool story.
Yeah, there's actually currently a kind of a expedition / excavation / hopefully explanation to what that is on the part of the Historical Society.
So, here's what I suggest we do, and so we can get things underway without sitting around for too long.
Mm-hmm.
We grab one of our party members. I think what do you want a limit of one, Chris? Right?
Yeah, that sounds fair.
So we grab one of our dudes, and then head off straight for the temple just to get things underway. I don't think there's really anything else we can glean from anyone because we know where the thing is, and so we can get our extra party member and get going.
Sounds fair.
We're going into.
Question room becomes who?
I don't know who would be good for temple diving.
Lucian.
I was thinking the same thing.
If
Also-
only just because he probably could figure out ways to get through like traps or something, but otherwise that could be Galena as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably one of those two. Also Mel, because I don't know, something about traps and sneaking past them all. But I think those three would be one of our
Well,
best.
I think going through someone's trapped and guarded mansion is very different from a tomb.
No, I'm just making suggestions. And if
I
we
was
just want
thinking-
healing, we have Ayame. I think those are our four best options.
Yeah, I was thinking Lucian or Ayame.
Mm.
Yeah. Honestly, between those three, Ayame, Galena,
Do we
and
just
Shin.
want to roll a 1d2 and one will be Ayame, two will be Lucian, so we're not stuck on this for too long? Or do you guys want to talk this
Do
out?
we even have a D2?
We can.
No.
Yeah, you can just
Yeah,
manufacture.
Emma just did that.
Yeah, I have to do that.
So do we want to do that, or do we want to talk this out a little more?
Well, do we want heals or do we want whatever Lucian?
Lucian,
I have. Yeah, well, Lucian does have heals.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well,
I
either one
guess
will get
that
healed.
settles that then.
Like
Lucian is a so he has access to all of his spells.
Yeah. So I
Yeah,
say
just depends.
I vote for Lucian.
Yeah,
Oh,
cure.
Oh yeah, they have to prepare him, right?
He'll probably enjoy going through another tomb anyway.
Okay, so it looks like we're taking Lucian
If he's
if he's
awake
available
enough.
and awake.
Yeah,
Yes.
if he's awake enough. He's been going a little crazy lately.
True.
What is his state of mind right now?
Lucian's? You don't know. You left him on the ship. He was still working on that armor schematic.
Yeah. And I think we gave him like what, 2 or 3 other things. So
Yeah, you gave him a couple of projects.
All right.
yeah, I kept giving him shit. So
So do we want to take Ayami then? Just let's go. Let's just. All right.
we
Let's.
can ask Lucian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah,
see
and-
what his state of mind is before making
Yeah,
a
and then if
decision.
it's a no, we'll take Ayami.
Okay. So, DM, that's what we do. We head. We go check on Lucian.
All right, then as I believe it was evening, like just before sunset, when you guys found Tema and discovered the true nature of Manu. So I'd say it's probably about an hour or so past dusk by the time you make it back to the port district. And Thalia, you're actually letting them onto the Kowloon.
Yes. For right now.
And yeah, I believe this is the first time the rest of y'all have been on Thalia's new ship.
So far, not impressed.
I think I stepped on it before.
I
just
don't
to
even think
drop,
you were told what the place looks like.
I think I stepped onto it before just to drop off money.
Probably.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because we split the war chest. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talia's just gonna walk on and head straight to shop.
Straight down to Lucian's workshop.
Yep.
Alrighty, so you head down there, and first thing you see, you open the door. Lucian is seemingly sound asleep. if I take notes on every little thing, I will fill up several Word documents. So if anything's relevant to y'all henceforth, write that shit down because I'm not always going to remember.
Okay, hang on. I've got like everything written down, but I've got to scroll through it because I don't know where all my shit.
We took too long a break again.
Uh-huh.
Okay, then go ahead and Thalia make me just a flat intelligence check.
Oh,
Nice.
maybe not.
18, okay. You're able to piece together based on little bits and bobs that you saw in the museum when you were talking to Mr. Sobek. Most clues that you can tell from what the Historical Society has found point towards the old capital of you saw back in Gangrene.
I'm actually going to ask him that then. Are these the automatons that we saw back in Gangrene?
No, my authoritative friend. That is a sand buggy. However, it is made with the parts of the automatons that you mentioned.
That was my question, but thank you,
No,
I
your,
guess.
your question was, are these the automatons? That is a sand buggy. So
Charia, go ahead and make me a perception with disadvantage.
Ah, yes. Perception with disadvantage. 10.
Well, what do you know?
Maybe my past
You-
perception would be 15, but either way.
Late at night, like probably into the wee hours of the morning, you find yourself stirred by something and your eyes shoot awake and you see a dark figure in the far corner of your room.
What
I
did
just
you
kinda-
do?
I didn't do anything. Shut up.
It's this again, is what it is.
She'll get up and kind of just wave like a pistol that she was holding under her pillow. Okay, who is it?
you can put that away, Dead Saria. You know it won't work on me.
Oh, but it would be cathartic to shoot you in the head. That'll be honest.
I'm sure it would. I suppose if it would make you feel better, feel free to take a shot. But do at least do me the courtesy of hearing me out first.
Well, I haven't shot you yet, so I'm willing to hear you out for now.
Indeed. My contacts have informed me of something that may be relevant to that investigation you're working on.
Oh?
It would seem as though there are a couple of unforeseen complications with that old tomb that you'll be following that. What was it, the High Priest into?
What kind of complications? Are we talking mummies, explosives, dragons?
Well, as. Oh no. There was a dragon, but set up shop a little ways west of Nessus now. I don't believe it will be a problem for you. No, my contacts in the Mahad Historical Society have told me that in exploring this new temple of theirs, they happened upon something that they weren't quite expecting. Something rather ancient, even more so than the ancient Mahadis.
And what was it?
What do you know about Ronlin?
Can I roll history for that?
You can. In fact, it is encouraged.
Tired. Tired, right.
Well, allow me to explain whilst you rub the sleep from your eyes. Ranvin was an area that encompassed much of the desert land that is now Mahad Sayama and a little bit of the northern Valdo frontier. It was also the namesake of, at the time, one of the most advanced dwarven and gnomish societies. once known as the City of Innovation. They experimented in many different technologies that apparently contributed quite a bit to the world. However, after an experiment gone awry, they triggered a massive dust storm in the desert. The city of Ronvin was almost completely buried, along with the area that is now the untamed wilderness known as the Ronvin Desert. Sayama and Mahad were also affected as their areas were terraformed into what is basically now the arid desert that it has been for the last several centuries.
So you're saying that they either found this thing and it stirred up a giant sandstorm, or was possibly able to, again.
Nine. The sandstorm has already happened. In fact, it's why the Ronwin Desert is so dangerous. No, what they found is a passage to the old Ronwin city itself, beneath the desert.
So there's now a tunnel to a city full of possibly rogue automatons.
Well, I haven't heard anything about that. Automata were more the gnomes thing. Ronwin was decidedly a dwarven city. But
Never know.
likely still some traps, and gods only know what else hiding in those old streets. But I believe you'll find that the tomb you're looking for would be on the other side of those traps and monsters.
Somewhere past the underground tunnel.
Indeed.
Well, that'll at least save us some effort in finding this man.
He gives you an expectant smile. Kind
And
of,
she-
coyly cocking his head to the side.
She'll sigh as she goes, "And thank you for the information."
He smiles now, teeth exposed.
You're very welcome, dear Charya. Then if you have no further questions for me, I'll see myself out.
Yes, and make sure you don't take anything with you. I keep a count on everything.
A lot of things, dear Charya, not all of them good, but a thief is not one of them. Then if you'll excuse me.
He walks over to the window of your room, and
Mhm.
from his feet up to his head, he shrinks and turns into a raven and flies out your window.
I let him get out of the window, and then I just shut it and throw the latch. Well, so much for any more sleep tonight.
Thankfully, elves only need a 4-hour trance anyway.
Still annoying. Well,
And it's-
she'll,
Yeah, assuming Charya has nothing else to do.
she'll just get up and get ready and kind of just keep an eye on things.
You put on your best priest-killing attire. Then the morning sky begins to go from black to indigo, and from indigo to kind of a purplish pink as the sunrise looms just off the horizon. Thalia, as Lucian is on your ship, you would be the first to be woken up by the sound of very precise, rhythmic knocking on your door.
Begrudgingly gets. And answered it.
Good morning, Captain. You get your due rest.
I got enough.
Splendid.
He is in his full, like, Indiana Jones tomb delving attire.
Ready to go?
Absolutely,
Yes, he pretty much just rests his hands on the lapels of his coat. He's traded in the tinker's goggles for like a wide brimmed leather hat, the coveralls for like expedition pants, boots, and like a nice leather jacket.
Looking
And-
good. Give me a few seconds. And dress.
And And you now notice that as Clover is walking between his legs, like brushing her face against his shins, she now has a tiny backpack strapped to her.
Is that a new backpack?
Yes, I fashioned it last night. The next time we go into town for just general shopping, groceries, whatever, I shall require new sheets.
Did you fit her with a parachute?
Yes, yes, I did.
Probably a good idea, considering.
My thoughts exactly.
What happened?
All right, well, just give me a few seconds to get dressed. I'll meet you on deck.
Understood.
And he leaves the threshold of your room. He goes up. He actually does a heel pivot.
One more thing, ma'am. Do I have your permission to go across to the Ivy and rouse the others?
Go for it.
Perfect.
Does an about face, and he heads up the stairs to the main deck. So a couple minutes later, the rest of you would be greeted with pretty much the same thing, the same kind of rhythmic knocking on your doors. I think, Thalia, you're the only one who's actually been woken up by him before, so it's kind of a new thing for the rest of you.
And Chari is probably sitting in
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like,
The
what did he
kitchen
go
area.
do first?
Yeah, it all depends. Where is Charia since she's been awake?
she's probably down in the mess, just kind of sipping at a cup of tea or something.
Then he would no doubt pass by you first.
Oh, Charia. Morning.
Morning. I have
And-
some more info for you.
Yeah, and you're also seeing like the exact same thing Thalia did. He's got like the full Indiana Jones look on, and his metallic cat now has a backpack.
She'll just kind of look down and go, cute.
Isn't it though? Anyway, new information.
Well, I have some information that the place where he may be taking all of these parts might happen to be in a place called Ranway.
Ronwin.
Ronway, sorry.
You
You
see,
happen to
you see him almost like balk at you.
Impossible. Ronman has been buried for years, almost a couple thousand years, actually. Almost 5,000. No, more than 5,000, yes.
Yes, and it has been. From my informants, the group that's been doing all of the archaeology in the area found a tunnel going straight into Ranwin. Ranwin, yeah.
Interesting. So it's a tunnel from Mahag going into Ronman, you say?
Tunnel from one of the temples, yes, from what I understand.
It's quite a long temple.
But it supposedly leads into the old capital.
You mean from the old capital, yes?
I mean, the old capital of Ronwin.
Ronman was the capital.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, Ronman was the pinnacle of dwarven society some 5,000 and change years ago.
I figure you might want to know that we might be heading that way since you love technology.
Yes, I remain skeptical, but at the same time, I assure you that I am quite grateful to have worn the baggy pants this morning.
And she'll just kind of, give him a wave. Make sure to be careful as you wake Okazad. He does have his new roommate and all.
Ah, yes, Miss Dinowin, yes.
Yes.
Perfect.
I was kind of like wave him with the teacup and let him continue on his work.
Yeah, he goes off, and you see him bend down and say something to the mechanical cat, and you watch as they actually split. Lucian goes to Jura's door, the cat goes to Okazad's. So Jura, you are woken to the sound of just the light rhythmic knocking on your door.
I gently arise and open said door.
Good morning, Jura. Ready for our trek into the desert?
He's a little groggy yet. I am a lizard, so I need to, get some sunlight to warm up.
Your grogginess is slightly broken as there is a piercing metallic in front of Okazad's door as this thing just belts out like an alarm clock.
I just kind of do that, head shaking, just like, what the fuck, and look over there.
Okazad, you hear some noise you've never even fucking heard before outside your door, like just emanating under the crack.
Yeah, he definitely practically jumps out. Like, what the fuck is that?
Magra does the same. She was not ready for that.
He just grabs the staff that he probably left close by and just like makes it for the door, open it just to like look around what's there.
As soon as the door opens, the little metallic creature, which you now recognize as Lucian's cat, stops, looks up at you, and walks right back to Lucian and begins just headbutting him in the legs. And he turns to look at you.
Ah, Captain Okazard, good morning.
Yeah.
So will
Good
you be-
morning.
Will you be?
I have a question for you.
It's too.
The fuck?
It's too early for this.
Yes, and I have one for you as well, sir. Will you be joining us in your small clothes, or is that just how we happen to catch you this morning?
Oh, gee, I don't know. It's not like I was in bed or anything.
Ah, yes, but common mistake. When you plan for an expedition in the morning,
Do I have anything to throw at him?
it would behoove you to wake up in the
Morning. Whatever is among your possessions in the room.
I threw one of the luminous stones I have from early on at him.
Oh, okay.
Just gotta take that.
Where is Lucian? I'm gonna roll him a dex save to see if he can dodge and or catch that.
Am I standing behind Lucian? Like
I
in the
imagine
direct...
you're still in the doorway of your room.
Yeah, I'd say at this point you're catching him from like the side.
Okay, so that rock would not hit me then.
No. And with a 12, he doesn't catch it, but he does like kind of bend backwards out of the way, and the stone careens down the hallway.
After that throw, he just basically just slams the door shut and just gets back to getting dressed properly.
Well, if it wasn't for the spiders, we'd never be getting that one back.
From behind your door, now that you've closed it, you hear you actually hear Lucian say to Jura,
I never took him for a teddy bear print man, did you?
You know, I've never even seen a teddy bear before today.
Yes, well, I really must return to the cone. Captain's expecting me and all.
Yep, I'll be up on deck.
Very good.
and as he leaves, he gives one more nod to Charya,
She'll just give him a nod.
and he goes up the stairs, and Clover plods along behind him.
Well, with that, Jura would probably pretty much follow him, just up to the deck, though.
Yeah, so you would watch as he goes down the gangplank from where the ivy is tied off. He goes back to the Kowloon and just kind of hangs around on the main deck.
I find a nice sunny spot wherever is sunniest at this present moment, and just bask.
Yeah, you find kind of up where the helm is, like where the shade of the sails doesn't quite reach. As the sun is coming up, you find a nice spot. Funny enough, you find Nikit already there, just kind of lounging, doing exactly the same thing.
I will... I will be near him, but not so close.
Yeah, you guys do that, and then shortly after, maybe like 5 or 10 minutes afterwards, you actually notice Isam come up and get some sun.
Lizard bros.
I'm wondering how many people were actually woken up by that noise in hindsight.
All of them.
Yeah, as you're getting your stuff together, you can hear stirring from pretty much everybody's room. Like a couple, like Mel actually came out like full garb, like half dressed, like a knife in each hand and a third one in her teeth, like ready to fucking go.
Well... It's okay, the lizards are always up and ready.
Yeah, you guys are getting your morning sun. You're doing fine.
Hey, babe, would you happen to know what
What?
day it is in game?
Oh, geez.
We're back on this.
We're doing this again.
No, see, this is good because this is something that we will need to keep track on. What is the last recorded day that you have? Do you know?
I don't. That's one.
I thought we were like on the 18th or something. I don't remember. And I did catch up with the videos, so...
Yeah, because didn't you have like a chart that you were keeping for Thalia?
I was, but I haven't filled in the last.
I'm honestly surprised at this point we just don't have like somewhere on the map here, just either there or just like something to say, hey, this is the date.
Well, hold on. Let me check. I might actually have a note for it.
Yeah, because it's been so long, and I remember thinking that I haven't checked the days, so I'm probably a few days behind.
Fuck it, I'm actually finding my notes page and see if I can.
I don't have it. I don't have it on
Well,
mine.
no, I don't have it on mine, but I'm gonna start keeping track of it. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, because that will eventually be useful. Hmm. Yeah, I don't appear to have it in any of the journal stuff that I've got here.
Wanted to say the 23rd to be done with it or whatever, or the 20th, whatever.
What was the last date you have on there, AJ?
Because I know it should be the month should be first summer. I know that.
We were close to the end of it, though. I don't
The
think.
month is third summer.
Third summer, Jesus.
Yeah, that's where you started us.
The
right,
last
Yeah,
the last one I have recorded is the 15th, but I'm sure I'm
pretty sure
we
we're-
were somewhere.
Well, what was on
further
the first
than that.
15th that you have?
Then let's set the date at the 23rd of third summer and go from there.
Okay, so let's write.
Shit, that's a lot further than.
We're always losing track of the date, so I say it's good to just.
We're always losing track of the dates, so now right here, definitively, we can say, or would the 20th be more in line with what you were thinking it is?
Probably, because I thought I was only like 3 or 4 days behind.
Okay, so then 20th of third summer is what it currently is.
Okay, I'll take a look
Okay,
at the
cool.
last
So
video we
my
have to see what I have on that. Just
Yeah,
to
I'm
see.
going.
Yeah, I'm
making
keeping
a
that.
handout. I'm making a handout right now with the in-game date.
Okay, then
All of
my
them.
according to my chart, my symptoms stopped today, so I don't have to take the pregnancy
Nice.
or roll anything. So, but tomorrow I'll be able to tell the gender. So that's okay. Just wanted to see if I needed to roll those herbs.
All right. So. Third summer 20. Still 1005 PK.
Okay.
All right, so everybody should be able to see that now.
Yes,
You what? Where?
it's on the very top of all the sheets.
Yeah, it's at the very top, and I will do my due diligence to make sure that this is updated accordingly as time passes in game.
Top of
At least time that we are aware of that passes.
Anyway,
no, where is it? Like top of where?
Literally above party.
Oh,
In the journal section above party, you see it in game
yeah, I
date?
see it.
Okay. Then as Lucian actually does go back down below deck, and he comes up, you actually notice the large Goliath gentleman that now works for Thalia. Thalia, you watch as Mr. 3 helps Lucian bring the sand buggy out off the ship onto the dock and onto the area like beside where the docks meet the dry land. It looks like he's tuned it up slightly since last time. He appears to have taken a couple of the heads from his automatons and fashioned them into kind of like bowl seats around where you and he sat next time, so there's now a seating area that can accommodate everybody. And this time, there appear to be some kind of sails on it with a bunch of magical runes, seemingly like embroidered into the fabric.
I walk over to him. Looks good.
Ah, yes. Well, as I mentioned, it's a slightly longer journey to Karok than it is to Rotafos. So this should be able to accommodate, since we are looking at potentially a more lengthy journey. These runes will capture energy from the sun and will transfer it to the device, so that we do not have to waste energy where it is not necessary.
Looks good.
Ah, yes, thank you. Thank you. Now, let's see. I have speculated that it will take roughly.
Well, actually, let me see. now with these the new measurements for kick y'all back over here so you can basically see what I'm doing. Because if Nessasnow is here and Karaf is in these mountains over here, 3.5 squares, so...
God damn it with the math.
Yes, but I know what I'm doing now.
He says while he has no idea what he's doing.
He was like, do you though? He's gonna give us.
I mean,
Remember.
it's 3.5 squares, or that much.
Yeah, 3.5 squares, so... if we're
35
going-
miles.
No.
Then your conversion thing at the bottom has lied to me.
Do I still have the...
Yeah, everything is 10 miles cubed, I think.
You're right, that's been retconned.
Oh, well,
Yeah, so it's it's 175.
no.
Yeah, the world is big now. Deal with it. And let's be generous and say 50 for that. So DST, that's 175 divided by 50. Well, good news is it's not going to take that long at all.
Oh.
Because this thing is basically a snowmobile outfitted for sand.
Hmm.
And at a clip of a very generous 50 miles an hour, it'll only take you three and a half hours to cover that distance.
This thing is tank treads.
Don't question any more than it already is. Let's just go.
It's basically got sled pontoons, and then it is powered by the sails taking in sunlight and some engine of some description hanging off the back.
Don't question. Get on.
I mean, I'm not questioning that. I'm just making sure I'm understanding it right.
But you were. Just leave it alone, though.
Who understands
they're
the
gonna be very-
question?
They're gonna be very surprised when it turns on.
It's taken us an hour just to get onto this thing.
Well, we kind of have to move it out of the city first.
No, Jura, you heard that. Start pushing.
No, Dolly is just gonna walk up to it and boop, gone.
You know what? Much easier. Not even
Yeah.
questioning it.
Yeah, you grab the sand buggy 2.0 and it just pops into your ring.
Yep, it's gone.
Over the table, I hope someone doesn't do something with it.
One day we'll figure out what that ring does, or how that's happening, rather.
One
Mr.
day.
Mr. 3 gives you a slightly, perplexed look, looks back and forth a couple of times between you and where the buggy used to be.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
She pats him on the arm. Thanks for bringing it down for us.
You're welcome. And this big, it sounds like grinding leather as this man walks past you back to the cone.
Wait a
Ugh.
minute. My deckhands aren't here.
Wait, you're right.
Aren't they still on that
Hey,
island?
my deckhands are on vacation.
Yeah, you're
like,
right. And that is why, that is why we shouldn't go months without playing, because the DM forgets who's where.
Okay,
Yeah.
then we're gonna say.
Yeah, they were on the island across the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then it would not be Mr. 3. It would actually be, funny enough, Sebastian, showing a surprising amount of physical strength for an old man.
Or I could have just gone to Lucian's workshop and grabbed it.
I think that's the
Yeah,
better idea.
like-
That's more believable than
I think
Sebastian.
that's the more believable answer. Let's be honest.
Y'all don't know what Sebastian can do.
He's an,
You never bring him along on missions.
that's not true.
Brought him
No, that's
along
why.
what?
That
No, we brought him along several times. Basically,
Yeah,
the
several
entire
times, like-
card.
yeah,
I
he
know. Yeah. The whole time
Yeah.
in card he was with you because y'all physically could not do anything without him.
was. Listen,
Yeah, well-
every character gets their own chapter.
Also, let's be
this
honest.
one's
His biggest
Lucian's.
feats were magical, not physical labor.
Yeah. So completely disregard everything that just happened. Talia, you go down to the workshop and just pop it in right from there.
Did we
Yep,
get that
sounds
stricken
good.
from the record?
Yeah, and Lucian, who has seen this now several times, is just perfectly okay with it.
Yeah, he just doesn't question anymore. He's like, okay, that's fine.
Unfazed.
This is normal.
This is fine.
This is my life.
Alright, she's just gonna go on the dock and wait for everybody else.
Well, I'm assuming I could see if I'm basking where I am. I'm assuming I could see her from where I am if I stand up.
Yeah.
So I'll just head over and join her, assuming that we're getting ready to go now.
Morning.
Good morning. Got my morning
Everybody
sun.
over there
I'm ready to go.
We'll get plenty of sun today.
Nice. Yeah, everyone's awake. I don't think I saw Charya yet today, so I don't know what Charya's doing, but Okazad had a bit of a rude awakening and rudely awakened everyone else.
Oh. How
Eh.
so?
He threw
Is Okazad fully dressed and out at this point?
I
I have to ask.
I would imagine. But well, I'm not DMing.
Yeah,
it.
if he's hearing this as he's walking down, just
Yeah.
I'll gladly inform him.
Yeah, I'd say you catch wind of it as you're coming up to the main deck.
Just tell Lucian if he ever does that with his cat again, he'll be lucky if he ever finds it.
Don't threaten the cat.
Yeah, don't, let's not push Lucian's berserk button.
Ah, you've got the Clover alarm clock. Isn't it great?
They'll never find the parts.
Do it, and
Okay.
I'll end you.
It was mostly just like a joking like threat.
Okazad is unnecessarily aggressive for once.
No, it was actually mostly a joking threat.
Someone's having a grumpy morning.
Well, the alarm clock was pretty loud and startling. I've never even heard that noise before.
Yeah, basically,
Alarm clocks are generally like that.
yeah, basically imagine just like a caterwaul, like when a cat is really, really pissed off or aggressive at something, magnified a couple of times and with a metallic reverberation.
Also, keep in mind, Jared's
Yeah,
never heard a clock before. He's had the sun to wake him up. That's his alarm clock. So,
True.
and I mean, Jared was already awake before that went off. So,
And Thali, it's at this point you actually notice that Magara comes up shortly after Okazad, and she is in very different attire than the last time you saw her. She's in almost like a spiderweb print looking, almost like a cat suit. Like what you would see in like a spy movie or something, though it's slightly more revealing at the top. And she's cut her hair shorter down to shoulder length.
Okay. You already posted that.
Yes, that picture has been posted.
Yeah.
More
rolled it up to the
Question:
right.
why is it not here?
It's in our post. You just gotta scroll up a
No,
little bit.
no. I mean, like in Roll 20.
don't worry about it.
It's just something I'm noticing now.
Oh, her sheet?
Yeah, it's not there for some reason. At least I can find.
Because she isn't entirely recruitable yet.
Yeah. Alrighty.
She's going through a transitionary phase.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Mel was just teaching her how to slit throats a few days ago.
Fair enough.
Takes a couple of days to learn.
At least.
Yeah, after this chapter, you'll be able to bring her along on stuff.
Anyway, can we please get going?
Well, I just comment that I love her new outfit.
Oh, thank you.
She says, and now, like, just beaming. Yeah, you watch. She waits around for a while, and then Mel comes up to the main deck, and they both start practicing with the knives.
Well, I guess that just leaves Charya.
Yep. Shari will wander up from below deck, having finished her tea, and looking at everyone. Good morning, everyone.
Morning. Shall we get going?
Yes.
Alrighty, then everybody boards the Sand Buggy 2.0.
No, we have to get out of town first. Then do that.
I'm assuming that's what ready meant.
Well, we're on the dock, getting everybody off the ships.
Semantics.
Well, we yell at Deadlock for being specific, but now Chris is being not specific, and we're yelling at him.
Luckily, it's just, a little bit out of town.
Yeah,
Fine.
like we still have
I'm
to at least walk into the sand,
I'm just
and
the
then
guy.
I have to
Don't tell me. Yeah,
Then
y'all
I just
tell
have to magically appear the sand buggy, and then that's when everybody sees it for the first time.
Whoa, big thing I've never seen before.
Deja vu.
So
Just
yeah,
get on and don't question it.
yes.
Jura's not in the mood to question it, so he just gets on.
I mean, Okazab still probably asked if those were the same goals from before, but let's not do the song and dance again.
We already did this.
Let's not do the song and dance again.
Okay, now we're all on the same.
All right, then everybody boards. Lucian takes the hat that he's wearing. He lets it drop behind his head. There's a little leather, like a twined leather string keeping it like around his neck. And he actually does retrieve his goggles from a pouch around his waist, and he sets those on to keep the sand out of his eyes. And he fires the thing up, and there is a loud mechanical whirring and a sound not unlike a boat or a jet ski engine as this thing just takes off into the desert. So you guys go ahead and roll me let's call it a deck save to see how well you take this sudden 0 to 50.
Oh boy. Oh no.
Oh, come on.
How am I doing the best?
How am I doing so bad when I knew what was gonna happen?
Yeah, that's the thing I'm thinking about. Shouldn't she have advantage for knowing it's coming?
I'll float that, yeah. So Thalia, you're like, I forget her name, but the ship captain from Treasure Planet, the brace yourself.
Oh, yeah, that lady.
Yeah. So
I like her.
So you don't even budge. You're used to this. Okazad, you've got it well enough. Charya, Jura, you didn't roll a nat 1, so you're not gonna fall off the sand like not jet ski. But you're excitedly looking, left and right, like, oh, when is this gonna start? You turn your head, and there is a loud crack as the sudden jolt actually like tilts your skull a couple of degrees, and you feel a couple of your vertebrae pop.
Ah.
I feel like that'd be worse than falling off the buggy.
It's more like a
Involuntary back crack.
yeah, like a very involuntary back crack.
Like it hurt, but it also felt kind of good in a way. But you weren't ready for it, so it was more shocking than anything.
It's
Take 2
one of those
physical
ones
damage.
that- no, it's one of those ones that hurts, then feels good, and then as you turn back around to face your regain your normal posture, it'll sting a little bit as your bones go back to where they're supposed to be.
Okay, fine.
Why are you trying to make me take damage?
I don't know. It just sounded like something that should.
Yeah, if you rolled in that one, then maybe, possibly, sorta, but no. So over the course of the next 3.5 hours, this thing just books it, like full tilt. Like, this thing is moving several times faster than the Ivy ever could. Okazada, it actually reminds you of those tiny ships that Nello and his crew used.
We can effectively have Lucian
Yeah, at this
reverse
point, I'm
engineer
starting to
it.
wonder if he can retrofit this to something like that later on. But that's no, he's thinking that, not actually saying it. Like, he'll have his conversation all the time.
And as he, Lucian actually, like, kind of very uneasily, like, gets up from his seat. Clover jumps in his seat and actually, like, puts her little mechanical paws on the wheel.
Now, Captain, there is something that I wanted to ask you.
Which captain?
Yeah, which
which
one?
Okazad, he's talking to Okazad. Sorry.
Yes, I was wondering, just for research and posterity's sake, I was wondering if I could,
And he pulls out a very long length of hempen rope from his pouch.
I was wondering if I could tie this around your waist and have you just unfurl your wings.
Why?
Do it. Do it. It sounds cool. Do it.
No, I get what's happening here, but he's wondering why. What is his game at this point?
Ju-
It's gonna be awesome.
I wish to experiment. First of all, I want to see if it can be done, and if so, I would like to contemplate several alternate applications for airborne combat, which you appear to be one of the few people I know who are in a position to employ.
yes, I agree with Lucian. Do it. Do it.
Do it. Do it. Do
He's
it.
kind of tapping his chin, like, I don't know. After that rude awakening you decided to give us.
Boo.
No,
Boo.
no, he's waiting for a response from him at this point.
You're waiting for a response from Lucian.
Yeah, at this point.
Asger is
It's
going
a-
boo.
What is your passive perception?
I don't like this. Shit.
Again, what is your passive perception?
What do you think it is when I say shit?
Cool.
Lower than 15.
Okay, then go ahead and roll me an athletics check versus his. Well,
Well, hold on. There's still his. Oh well.
Not 20.
Wow.
Oh, Dice Gods, I love you right now.
so you are able to just effortlessly bring both of your hands in front of you and catch his boot just as it's about to hit your chest.
Hmm.
And from that, you now see the rope going from his hand, inexplicably now tied around your waist already.
Well, I caught his foot, right?
Yeah, you now have his foot in your hands.
Yeah, so pretty much he's now dangling from my arms, right, at this
Well,
point.
He's got one foot on the ground.
Yeah, he's got one foot on the floor of the sand buggy, like bracing himself with one hand against the back of his seat, and he threw his other foot forward in an attempt to shove you off the back.
At this point, I have an evil grin on my face. So,
Don't you do it?
he immediately unfolds his wings just to catch the air draft.
No, shit!
Huh.
As both of you are pulled up into the sky, Lucian pretty much dangling only by your willingness to hold onto his foot.
So, you basically we created a kite.
Yep.
Well,
Pretty much. No,
ba-
well, a
basically-
paraglider or something.
Yeah, Lucian has basically just created parasailing.
It's a mix of both.
Holly is just laughing her ass off.
Yes, and as this, you notice the rope was, the other end was tied off to the back end of the sand buggy. You're going up about, like, 40, now 50, now all the way up to about
Yeah,
80.
at this point, he actually starts trying to readjust his grip to actually, like, hold him properly instead of just, like, dangling by the boot.
Roll me just a flat dexterity check.
Uh-oh. The last
Oh,
one.
no.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Will that work?
Okay. So with a 15, you are able to.
Oh, wait, that was
finag-
the dexterity save.
Yeah, just
That's
or,
It's the same. It's
Whatever,
the same roll.
whatever.
it's the same thing. If you don't have proficiency in the save, then it. Just,
Yeah, I don't. Whatever.
well,
Move
okay,
on.
then yeah. So you're able to finagle it to where you manage to get your the underside of your elbows locked like under his arms, and then you kind of bring your legs around to kind of brace the back of your knees against his, so he's not going anywhere. But yeah, you guys are basically following behind the sand buggy about 80 feet off the desert floor.
Well, there goes my. Now that he's got them in a better grip, there goes my idea of trying to shoot his wings off.
Or you can try to shoot his wings off.
I mean, it would be a good test of my accuracy.
That's just a little rude. Anyway,
Either way, though,
should I pull him down? Should I leave him up there? How much longer do we have?
Well, I mean, how high are we going up, seriously?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
how
it-
long do you make it?
The rope stops while you're 80 feet up. But as you're, like, now that you're there, he kind of turns up at you. Can I have my right hand free, please?
I don't know. I thought you would like it up here.
Oh, I love it up here, but now that I am up here, it now falls upon me to test the combat application.
He raises his brow. He raises his brow. There's like, fine, whatever.
You release his right hand. He goes into the sheath on his leg, pulls out a dagger, and whips it at a rock that the sand buggy is rolling by. And you all watch as this little glint of metal just spins from where Okazad and Lucian are, and just digs into a rock next to you.
Perfect.
Interesting.
And he then just kind of holds his arm out, waiting for yours to get under him again.
Yeah, he readjusts back again.
We can play with this more later.
Yeah, follow-up question.
Hmm.
How do you plan on getting back down?
Very carefully, and it will very heavily rely on the altruism of our companions down on the buggy.
You guys having fun up there?
Could we even hear them down there?
No, you fucking cannot.
They must be having fun. They're not answering back or screaming.
Yeah,
I
I
think we
don't-
should leave them up there for a little bit.
I don't appreciate him being rude and ignoring me, though.
Yeah, so let's leave them up there then.
Alright, can I threaten them by dangling my tail over the rope?
Oh yeah, you can do that.
I mean, to be fair, I
Oh.
can still fly.
Roll intimidation, because Lucian
You
doesn't know
can't
that.
fly at 50 miles an hour, though.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I can at least, at the very least, glide.
Alright, so I'll
It's
roll
called
the...
crashing with style.
Do I get advantage because he doesn't know what I'm doing?
Against Lucian, yes, so he'll roll his insight. Okazad, you feel pretty much every muscle in Lucian's body tense the fuck up as he's looking down at Jura's tail hanging very, very close to that line where it's tied off to the buggy. I don't like this, I want to go down now.
You did say it was up to them to bring us down.
This is not what I had in mind.
Giving minor heart attacks is my favorite part of the day.
Well, can you even see him up there from down there?
I think I could see him panicking.
You can see, you can't exactly see that he's tensed up. That's something Okazad feels. But you definitely see his eyes go wide and the color leave his face.
Isn't he wearing goggles? Like, how could he see through that?
You see the color leave his face.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
That's the result I wanted. Alright, I put my tail away from it.
Okazad, you feel him lax up. Or like, yeah, loosen up.
I don't think we're getting down until we reach our destination, are we?
In which case you might come crashing down.
Yeah, I'm honestly more concerned in hindsight, just like, how am I gonna have control of gliding down with this rope just maybe just snapping me out of my flight path or whatever?
I'm gonna attempt to pull you guys down because I think you're having too much fun up there.
Okay, go ahead and roll in athletics then to pull them down.
Wow, that was awful.
No, with a 13, it takes a little bit of doing, but over the course of about 5 or 7 minutes, you're able to give this line like a good number of strong heaves, and Okazad, you feel yourself and Lucian get pulled back down to the sand buggy.
There it is.
Couldn't he have just glided?
I can't fly that fast.
You even said so yourself.
You still could have angled your wings down to glide in.
And then he
my
might...
flight speed is no faster than 30.
I said angle your wings to help glide it down.
I mean,
He's
I mean,
pulling. You're not going. Never mind.
does that even work? I don't know if that works.
Yes, that is how aerodynamics works.
No, I mean,
If you angled down a certain position, you would be going down. Just
no,
depending
I'm
on...
not sure if that would help you or not, is what I mean.
And he
It-
would be pulling you forward.
it would,
If you
because
just
there'd
have
be-
your wings fully out. It's grabbing the air, which is making it harder for him to pull you forward.
Yeah,
Well, I
it's-
mean,
yes, it would be easier, Delak. That's all you need to understand.
easier for him and safe for us.
Yes. As long
Yeah,
as you
then
didn't
he's
angle
probably
down
gonna-
too much, because if you angle down
Yeah,
too
well,
much,
he's,
you're just
he's
going to
gonna
crash.
try to do that then.
Well, we already got you down. You're good.
Whatever.
Don't overcomplicate it.
Anyways,
Yeah, so Okazad, you're back on. Clover hops over, and Lucian hops back into his driver's seat.
Besides, yeah, Lucian's like the only one that knows how to drive this thing, as far as I know. So
Well, the cat too, apparently.
Cat was driving.
I didn't know the cat was driving. I just assumed he was just holding it for the captain.
So wait, but
Well,
the whole time we
his-
were up there, you weren't even thinking about who was driving the boat.
No. Do you know who you're talking to?
Yeah, I was like, fair enough.
Yeah, Clover was really just holding the wheel steady. She wasn't driving. But regardless, so yeah, Lucian's back in the seat. And assuming there's no other chicanery or conversations to be had, the remaining, I'd say 2 hours of the trip go off pretty much without a hitch.
What a nice drive.
Yeah, the morning sun is now up. Jura, you are getting more than your fair share of sunlight and heat from this trip.
It's feeling good. Maybe a bit too much. But
Yeah,
other than that,
so conveniently, if you chose to, you can position yourself in the shade of the sails.
if I start getting overheated, I would. But it would take longer for me to get overheated than everyone else, I think. Except for maybe Okazad, 'cause he's also lizard.
Then
I just figured the moment that it came down, he was going to be in the shade anyways. Just like out of the heat.
Anyway,
yes, as the the sandy mountains off to the northwest of Mahad come up into view, you notice among them the skyline of a very large, albeit very empty city.
Oh.
So after a while, you guys have you basically meet back up with that river that runs through Nessus now, and it's significantly wider here than it is back in that town. But you're coming up more or less from the southeast side of this place, and the first thing you notice around these decrepit old sandy walls are just hundreds of buildings, half buried by the desert sand.
Well, this is going to be a bigger undertaking than I expected.
Yes. Welcome to Karaf and Shui, the former capital of Mahad before the Navy took over.
Can I do like a perception check to see if there's anything that's standoutish from where we're... Also, before I ask that, is everything like flat, or like is the ground flat, or is it hilly? What's like the terrain looking like?
So the terrain, pretty much from the southeastern side of the walls around Old Town, and then just further up to the northwest, is a gradually an incline that gets more and more steep. The city appears to have been built at the base of what was probably once a mountain, but now is just a very, very large collection of sand dunes.
Okay, I'd like to do a perception check to see if there's anything that's just standoutish from where we are.
Go for it.
16.
With a 16, you actually notice towards the this opening in town.
Mm-hmm.
It's got gates very similar to Nessus now, where there are just openings in the wall. That one, you notice, actually has a caravan of about 3 wagons, and there appears to be each one is mounted up to a pair of camels.
So I see this caravan and I point this out to the group and I'm like, guys, there's someone here, or someone's.
Makes sense.
And
From what I understand.
And with the 16, you actually notice in a sort of script-like font, painted on the side of all 3 of these wagons are the letters MHS.
MHS, and again, I would... I forget the word I'm looking for. I would convey this to the group. That's what I was trying to say.
Thalia, you actually recognize the acronym. Can't hear you.
Said MHS?
Yes. And Thalia would recognize that as standing for Mahad Historical Society.
Ah.
Just as a reminder. Well, I suggest that we should go over there first, since that's, again, standoutish.
Sounds good to me.
No, shall we go down and see if they've seen High Priest Mono, or
If there's even anyone here.
Well, yeah, I see what people have seen, and see if they know of any notable buildings, because, I mean, we could see it, but I'm assuming our characters would not see the palace, which is...
Funny enough, the city itself is built very similar to Whiterun from Skyrim, where the tiers of the city are built on gradually increasing
Elevations.
Yeah, elevations. So the palace is actually at the highest, overlooking pretty much the entire city.
Okay, well...
Rohan?
Juro, points out to that building, which everyone probably has seen. It says, I think that's a good place for us to start, because...
Yeah, it looks in horrible disrepair, with a bunch of cracked stone columns and several statues, probably depicting like mortal ideas of what the gods look like. But everything, at least from this distance, looks in horrible disrepair. Like nature has reclaimed this city for the most part.
Yeah.
Well, before we go, once everybody is off, put the buggy back in.
Yeah, the sand buggy pulls up to a stop. Everybody disembarks, and Thalia, you're able to put it back in the ring.
Did not expect a huge city here.
From what I understand, this is just a small portion of what the city used to be. The remainder has been buried beneath the sand for thousands of years.
Well, that's pretty crazy,
Okay.
given how big this is already.
Oh wait, hundreds.
Hundreds of years. This place was largely abandoned after the Navy took over and Mahad became a military state. They set up the new capital in Nessus now, and due to its location and cut off from all of the Navy's trade routes, Karov quickly fell out of trade.
It's
Then
kind of,
let us get a move on.
it's still kind of weird to get rid of a city, but I agree with Thalia. Let's move on.
Yeah, so as you're passing by the wagons with the camels, you notice all 3 of them are void of people. Like the camels, all 6 of them regard you as you show up, but they don't particularly pay you any mind. One of them appears to just be like chewing some cud and just vibing.
I'm kind of curious. Can I check inside the vehicles? I forget what they're called, the wagons.
Go for it. Yeah, roll me an investigation.
9.
You notice a couple of them, specifically the one in the center, has a couple of unopened crates, couple of barrels. You notice around one of them there is a slight puddle, so you assume this is probably some kind of fresh water supply. But much of what was in here isn't anymore, and there are no people inside these wagons.
Can I look around for like tracks going anywhere?
You can pop me an investigation as well.
I don't know how well that would do you in a sandy, windy place.
Well, we're about to find out.
Yeah, with a 7, unfortunately, most of probably what would have been footprints around here have already been wind blown and covered by sand.
Chances were low to begin with.
Yeah, a lot of the canvas that is stretched over the top of the wagons is even starting to get a little sand blown from having just this dust pelted on one side for probably a couple of days at this point.
So they've been sitting here for a little bit. Well, since we don't see anyone here, I once again suggest we head up towards the palace, because that feels like the most evil place he could be.
Here's a question. Is that where even any of these rites would happen?
I don't know.
Or would it be somewhere else in the city?
Well, we don't have nothing else to go on, so I say there's no harm in looking.
Well, the rites may not even be happening in this city, but from what I've heard from one of my contacts, the way to get to where the rites are is definitely inside of the city.
Did he tell you anything more than that?
Besides that, it leads into Ronwin, and he's probably behind loads of traps and death. Not really.
Great, so we have the entire complex to figure out where.
We can probably think it's in the palace.
Well, it's the first place that's worth going to anyways.
Well, fourth opinion.
Not, well, maybe we can find it from there.
Can we get a fourth opinion here, Thalia? Any suggestions, ideas?
No, I agree with going to the palace first. Either we find people there, or we can use the height advantage.
It's unanimous then.
All right. Well, then I guess we set forth to the palace.
All right, you make your way to the palace, and as you do, you begin to realize just how large this city is compared to Nessus now. Like, pretty much the entire area you've been traversing could fit into this place's noble district.
Ugh. That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it is titanic in scale compared to the place you just left. So it'd probably be probably a little past, I want to say 4 or 5 p.m. by the time you finally make it up to where the palace is. And as you do, go ahead and make me a perception now that y'all are up here.
I like when we do group rolls.
Yeah, because everyone has a chance to see something.
Hey, I got a pretty good roll.
Hey, we both got pretty good rolls.
Damn, yeah. So, Okazad and Thalia specifically, you're seeing this place. It has a lot of the same architectural styles as the temple that you and Lucian delved into back in Rotafos.
Mm-hmm.
And both you and Okazad are able to behold the various idols that, along with the stone pillars, appear to be holding up the ceiling of just this massive structure. Jura and Charia have a bit more of a detailed grasp of things, as you're seeing that the walls appear to be depicted with various, like, almost hieroglyphic-inspired depictions of great battles and of great kings, and both the walls and the areas in between the tiles on the floor appear to be gold.
Nice art project.
And this chamber begins to break off into several hallways that lead into vast, extravagant rooms, or at least the ruined remains of what once were. A lot of what was in this place is long since been pulled aside. But in one room, you actually see a tent set up, and from inside that tent, you can see the dull flicker of a lamplight.
Any sign of life?
Every so often, you'll see a shifting humanoid silhouette cast on the canvas, as if someone is like putting a hand or a shoulder, maybe occasionally half their body in front of this lamp that they've got lit in there.
Should we announce our presence, or should we just go for it?
If this is a
We
priest
should
friend, we
probably-
definitely don't want to announce our presence.
Surrounding the tent is also several camping supplies, including what appears to be like a makeshift cooking setup on top of a very hastily... It's not even a campfire per se. It appears to be like a little magic rune, like with the rune for fire, just shooting a little tiny, almost like Bunsen burner flame up over this, like beneath this cooktop.
Well, what's our first move, guys?
I say ready for ambush.
How about we do a
Look
little
it
bit of...
is.
All right,
I was...
so-
okay. Good.
Nope. Not rolling very good.
Well, I'll follow in your example at least.
I'm following even worse than you.
We suck.
Yeah.
13. Actually, make that a 15 because I got a ring of +2 stealth.
When did you get
Are
that?
Are you gonna burn that use now?
Yeah, I'm gonna burn that use
Wait.
right now. No, I'm not.
Wait,
No.
I have expert stealth.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Forgot.
You're a rogue.
I forgot.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude, expertise is really no joke.
But no, I was actually gonna suggest one of us just walk up to the tent and see, and then ambush if needed.
I suggest Okazad. He failed the stealth.
Shot it.
I shoved Wazad forward. Go talk to
Okazad could not see who shoved him, as everyone was stealthed.
him. Stealth better than passive perception.
It's not invisibility.
Oh, you know what? I'm always the one jumping out in front. It's your turn.
Like, I was the one thinking ambush. Like, you're fine. I guess I'm the only one who would be noticed. He actually just slowly approaches and actually just makes a peek in to see if he sees anything. Hello?
Mr. DM. Alright, campaign's over. DM is dead.
Long live DM.
The game shot itself. Did either of them say they were going away for a bit?
I thought I heard a little click. Like someone turned their mic off or something. Maybe something happened, I don't know. Oh, we lost AJ.
Is their internet dead?
I don't know.
AJ is apparently offline as well, so that's something.
Hmm.
It was Chris is still online for some reason. So maybe a computer restarted.
Well, AJ still signed in on Roll20, so maybe it was Discord. Huh.
Am I back?
You're back,
Yep.
yep.
AJ
Okay, yep.
is MIA still.
She's getting everything set back up. Our Wi-Fi does this cute little thing where, particularly during D&D, it decides it just wants to hiccup.
Oh,
Ah. Alright, well,
Yeah.
at least it was that and nothing happened.
Yeah.
to inform you of what we were saying, in case you couldn't hear it, we're sacrificing Okazad to the 10.
Hmm.
He said he was going to peek around a corner or whatever.
No, like just like slowly approach it and peek inside.
All right. Well, as soon as AJ's Discord and everything gets fired back up, we can do that.
Alright. What time's your other session, by the way?
We actually, it's a one-shot, so it's going to be quick, but probably around 7 y'all's time.
Okay, so we still got an hour and a half.
Yeah.
By the way, since we're waiting, got a temp job. I told Delek about it earlier.
Nice.
Yeah, it's only for a month, but it's a remote job, just grading some tests for students. I guess it's from a certain school district.
Well, that's not bad. Oh, did you want to do tomorrow or Tuesday? Or Monday or Tuesday? I'm sorry.
Probably Monday, because Tuesday I start that job. It goes to like 4:30.
Okay, that's fine.
So I have class on Monday, but like I can miss a class if I need to.
Yeah,
And
that's fine, because I have
yeah.
that. I have that entire day free. All right, are you AJ good?
I am backing up. Yeah.
All right.
AJ good.
So
Good.
continuing
Okay,
back
so
on.
as
then.
I was saying, so Jura, Charya, and especially Thalia are unseen. Okazad, your footfalls are a little heavy against the stone tile, and from the tent you actually hear, "Hey guys, welcome back. I got dinner started. Just I'll be out in a minute."
Anything, Okasad?
I'm like thinking like, oh god, what do we do?
Guys,
I'm staying stealth. So
Sorry, not a friend, not your. I'm sorry. Who are you?
you watch the candlelight like pretty much die down, and the tent shakes like very rapidly as this person tries to like shimmy out the opposite end away from you.
I actually see him. Like I'm actually seeing him shimmy out of there.
Oh, you see the tent shuffle around a lot, and you hear like a bunch of, it sounds like a bunch of pots and pans and what sounds like a shit ton of papers and scrolls fall over as the the far side of this tent just flaps open, and this tiny humanoid just scrambles their way out and starts booking it towards the back of the room.
Now, hold it, guy, come on, chill.
Persuasion with disadvantage.
You're scaring him.
I literally just said, it's like, not your friends. Who are you? He must be spooked. Persuasion, you said?
Yes, with disadvantage. Yeah, with an 8, this guy rounds a corner and just like you hear very fast, very hurried footfalls fading as they get further down the hallway outside.
At this point, I'm just gonna like put my hand in my palm and look over to Jura and just go, and he's our captain.
Let's get this right. He's a captain.
Yeah.
Captain, you two put me in. Let me remind you.
You can't hear us. We're stealthed.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not being quiet as far as I'm aware. Like I know you guys are there.
Do you?
Well, for stealth, I'm presuming we're whispering to each other here. Because we're stealthed.
Okay, well, fair enough on that, but
We're
you would have to
so
also be.
stinky.
I'm actually half tempted to just book after that guy, just like trying to get him to like stop and actually, breathe and like what the hell's going on around here.
Go for it. Roll me in athletics to catch him. With a 10, you're able to, at the very least, keep the pace with him enough to.
Not even
if
with
you want
wings.
to-
You didn't say
Wings
with
don't
wings.
do you much good on. Yeah, wings don't do you much good on the. Wait, is your flying speed greater than your running speed?
Thought it was 30.
Yeah, I thought it was
Is
30
it,
and
is
30.
it 30?
That's what you said before, so.
Yeah, it might be.
Yes,
It's
then
been a long time. It's been a long time since I actually looked at it.
Then yeah, the wings. At
Oh no,
least
it's
in their
actually slower. Never mind.
Then
Okay,
no,
never
the-
mind
the-
then.
Yeah, the wings do you no benefit on the ground.
The one time I don't go to check because I would have caught the guy.
But with a 10, yeah, you are able to keep the pace with the guy enough to, if you want to, roll a perception on him.
I'll be right back, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get anything better from this?
Yes, with a 14, you actually notice it is a gnome running from you.
A
and
gnome's
he
outrunning
bears-
you.
He's keeping the pace with the gnome. And you notice he appears to be very casually dressed. You appear to have caught him during a period of R&R. But one thing that is noticed is he's wearing a kind of like a woven shirt, kind of a bit of a rough spun deal, not unlike what you would find on your average like commoner just walking the streets, but embroidered on the back in the same font as on the wagons you'd see MHS.
Yeah, at this point it's like, can you just stop for like 5 seconds so we can actually be civil?
Persuasion one more time. Alright, with an 18, he actually slows, like he's about to book it around another corner of this hallway. You actually hear the footfalls slow to a stop, and eventually, like as you're catching up, you see just this little gnomish face peer around the corner at you.
Who are you? You're not one of our guys.
I'm assuming those are your wagons back out there?
Well, they're Mr. Sobek's, but we're using them.
How long have you guys been out here?
Couple of days. I thought you were the rest of the crew. The ones who went down in the tunnel.
We're actually looking for someone like that. Have any of you seen a priest come by here lately?
Priest. No. Right? Look around, dude. There ain't been a priest in this city for hundreds of years.
It's a very
Have you
rude
seen
gnome.
anyone come through lately? Well, aside from us, that is. Aside from me, that is.
No. I set up that little campsite because I got tired of just waiting around for my buddies to come back.
I suppose that's fair. How long have they been gone?
About a day and a half now.
They've been in this tunnel for a day and a half now, and you think they're fine still?
Look, this isn't our first rodeo, okay, pal? We delve into places like this all the time. In a place as old as this, I'm sure the temples are probably huge. Nobody's been here for years. But I don't
How's it go-
recognize you. And nobody gets up this far without a reason. So what are you doing here?
About our priest friend who's a bit of a runaway. We were trying to find him, and last we heard he was heading this way.
A priest. Alright, you got a name? Might be somebody I know.
I'm assuming you guys are still sneaking behind me somewhere, right?
Yeah, we're.
Hell no, I didn't follow.
What? Like not a single one of you?
I would have.
I
Thalia's
was gonna.
helping herself to what? Yeah, Thalia's
I
helping
was
herself
gonna-
to whatever's on that cooktop.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm inspecting his tent while all of this is going on.
Yeah, I kind of had the. I just got back. I had the same idea. I was gonna go in the tent and start looking for maps.
You want to go in the tent and poke around.
You assholes!
I said I would have been following. I would have been nearby.
Okay, so yeah, Jura's around. For Thalia and Charia, go ahead and roll me an investigation for the tent and the surrounding area.
Both? Damn, my rolls
17.
suck.
It's just an off day.
You're gonna look around, but then that pregnancy hunger kicks in, and whatever is on that cooktop smells amazing.
Oh, damn that hunt. Alright, I'm gonna say she's eating then.
She's just stealing their food.
I mean, you're rifling through everything. Those two I don't think have any good conscience in the situation they're doing right
The
now.
baby demanded food. Nope.
So
happening.
inside the pot over the fire, you find what appears to be a very thick, very hearty beef and vegetable stir fry.
That sounds really good right now, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, as you begin
Yeah,
chowing down,
He's gonna eat it.
yeah, the meat strikes your palate as some kind of poultry. Not quite chicken, it's definitely a little gamier than that, but still very good. The vegetables appear to be an assortment, mainly of carrots and potatoes.
Stop making me hungry. Tell us what MJ found.
Yeah, so Charia, you actually go into the tent. You find a lot of what fell over and clattered while doing so. A couple of extra pots and pans. There appears to be enough table spreads here, like plates, silverware, and everything, to accommodate about 7 or 8 people.
Mhm.
Additionally, you find a bunch of papers, almost all of them research related. They seem to detail like a lot of the history of Mahad, specifically of Karaf. A lot of speculation about what a couple of the older tombs of the capital would be like. And then towards the end, the more recently looked at would be the Historical Society's speculation on what this sacrifice of the pure elements nonsense is all about. The scrolls that tipped over, one of them particularly strikes your eye as a very detailed map of how to navigate the palace and how to access a series of secret tunnels from various points within the palace.
Ah,
Take
exactly
it.
what we need. Yeah, no, uh, actually, let me check something. Also, where's Lucian during all this?
I was just about to ask that.
Oh yeah.
I feel like we've forgotten about him.
I'd say he's kind of been exploring the palace largely on his own,
Fair enough.
but within earshot to where if you called for him, he would come and assist you.
Okay.
But it's at this point you would most certainly notice him coming into the space you're in, having responded to the loud clatter of falling tableware and the pitter-patter of feet taking off down the hall as Okazad chased after the gnome.
Welcome back, Lucian.
I say I've missed a little bit.
Yes, you missed the, shall we say, the captain's, charisma play.
I see. So, non-existent as that is, what did I really miss?
He walked up to someone, said they weren't friends with them, and the person ran off.
Wasn't their friend. Like the guys they were thinking of.
You're not there, shut up.
Subtle as a grenade, that one.
Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure that that person with the Historic Society now thinks they're being raided by bandits. Or rather, incompetent ones of that.
Indeed.
And it's at this point we throw back to Okazad and the gnome. So the last thing he asked you, so what's the name? Anybody I know?
Probably not.
Well, try me. I can at least ask around.
I don't think I'm
once the
allowed to
other-
say.
Why?
He's now getting more trepidatious around you, and he's actually got like
Okay.
a hand in one of his pants pockets now.
I zoned out for a second. What did you do wrong?
Okazad's being stupid again.
Okay.
No, I wasn't sure if you were
Okazad's
actually
being
supposed to be
needlessly
saying the
obtuse.
name. I wasn't actually saying that.
So I'm gonna. All right. So I'm still stealth, right? He doesn't know I'm there.
Yeah.
Correct.
Can I sneak? All right. I don't want to sneak up behind him because I'll give him a goddamn heart attack, but I don't want to come out in front of him and have him run away. But I need Okazad to stop talking because he makes things worse.
Just throw a brick at Okazad, the back of Okazad's head, and say you killed the bandit.
I could just say. Fine. You want me to say the freaking
You
name?
know
I'll
what?
say the freaking name.
I'm gonna come out. Yeah, just do what you're gonna do. I'm gonna wait because I wasn't fully paying attention.
What was the guy's name again?
He didn't say.
Manu.
Oh,
Manu.
thought you were talking about the gnome.
Well, I am. No, I am going to. I'm just trying to remember what the name was.
Yeah, the priest's name is Manu.
The gnome, I don't
Name-
think gave his name.
Okay, fine. Does the name Manu mean anything to you?
You see his brow furrow and his eyes kind of narrow in confusion. The head priest in Nessus now?
Long story.
The hell would
Oh,
he be
you
doing here?
explain.
Okay. What do you know about this whole sacrificing of the elements business?
Oh, for
Nothing. That's why we're here. We're trying to figure out what it is. That's what Mr. Sobek told us to do.
Okay, you pain me sometimes when you talk. Sometimes you need to keep it vague, sometimes you don't need to keep it vague. This is one of those times you don't need to be vague.
Okay, fine. Here's how it is. Long story short, he's involved with something with this, and we're trying to figure out what he's doing down here.
Noted.
It's still a little vague.
I don't. Well, to be fair, I don't exactly know what he's doing down here.
You know he's been murdering people. And having...
Dude.
I thought, if I recall correctly, he didn't want like too many people knowing about like, hey, this guy's in freaking charge of the freaking murders.
They're like, how high is your charisma?
all you have to do is say that we're working with Xena, and we're tracking down
A murderer.
a fucking rogue priest, basically.
How many times have I told you, me personally is not good at this shit? Don't blame
It's-
Okazai for my
Never mind.
failings.
You personally, Okazad's not good at this shit.
Yeah, not wrong.
Clearly.
We got, you know, it was a bad
Tell you
idea to
what
have
you
him
know,
take.
eh, lad?
Thank you for making me hate myself more.
It's all right.
Fine, dude. We're just
We'll
poking
get
fun.
we'll get you better at speaking at some point. Today is not that
Maybe.
day, though.
It is not. It really isn't.
Okazad needs to get to one of the bard colleges.
Yeah.
Please, he needs
Well, I
to
mean,
learn.
we already said Jura needs to be our spokesperson.
Yeah, the fact
Yeah,
that he hasn't
you're-
piped up at all.
The
Yeah,
crew's
he
hot
gets-
negotiator.
I've gotten us out of so many situations. It's true. And it really shouldn't work realistically, but the fact that it does here, it's amazing.
Hey, it's even more humorous at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And as
play
you
that
roll my
shit up for
microphone.
laughs.
All right, so I'm just gonna scream down from the hall, still in stealth, to the gnome. Manu's murdered many.
You watch as he now removes his hand from his pocket. He's got what appears to be some kind of sheet of paper with a rune on it, and he's now just like holding it out, almost like one of those magic paper seals, just like in various different directions, unsure of where that voice just came from.
Does he think I'm a ghost?
He doesn't know what the fuck you are. He's just got this rune, and he's just pointing it at everything now.
I'm gonna
What was that? Who else is there?
Jura, get out from over there.
No, I'm gonna keep messing with the gnome. I am the soul of one of the Genasi murdered by Manu.
Jura, get out here.
Roll intimidation with advantage.
Oh my god. Does he have advantage? Because this guy is
He
on
said,
edge.
"Oh
now?
no."
Oh,
No.
no.
I'm
Wait.
not there. I can't help.
Can I roll intimidation again? If I get another 7, it's lucky 7, so it worked perfectly.
No.
Damn it!
I'm do it just for shits and giggles, even if it won't do anything.
I'll just roll one d20 and see if I get a 7. So close.
Aw.
Had
Just
you
like
gotten
the
the 7,
one-
I'd have floated it.
Just like the actual slots.
But yeah, he's
Jackpot.
so you watch as his posture kind of like laxes and then tenses up again, as now he's just holding the paper toward Okazad. Uh-huh. Very funny. Probably a mage, right? Yeah. High Priest Manu doesn't murder people.
All right. So, okay, hold on. I think I can. I'll come out and I still have this. So I'll come out of the shadow. All right, it's like, all right. I come out of the shadows and I reveal myself to him. All right.
He holds the paper towards you.
All right, calm down. And then I reveal I still have Burns' badge on me. So I show him this. Well, I can't put it in the thing, but I do have Burns' badge still, and I show him. We're under Burns' authority to arrest Manu after investigation for him murdering a bunch of Genasi.
Persuasion with advantage.
Could have used that a little bit ago. That would have been funnier.
The detective.
Yes.
Shit. So you weren't kidding.
No, that's why we're trying to find him. He fled somewhere this direction, and this guy's trying to keep it vague, but we already know everything, so there's no point in keeping it vague at this point. And you guys are too far away to get back to the city to raise a panic.
He rolls the sheet of paper back up and stuffs it in his pocket. Oh, yeah, I get that. So, what, was it like a heated bar fight or something, or what?
No, so you know this thing you guys are researching, thing that this guy here was trying to allude to you, right? You know, the sacrifice of the elements and whatnot. Basically,
Yeah.
he knows something about that and is trying to do something with that. He's been murdering and serial killing and removing the hearts of many Genasi. So,
Wait, he's the Heartrender?
oh yeah.
And that motherfucker's here? He takes the paper out of his pocket
You're-
again, and now he's waving it at everything.
All right, First of all, calm down.
Poor gnome.
He's not after you. He's only after Genasi. You're a gnome. You're fine. Second of all, that's why we're here to stop him. We got this. We just need to find him, and presumably.
Thirdly, he's likely down in that tunnel you were mentioning.
Oh yes.
So-
So you might want to tell us where your guys are.
This poor gnome is gonna quit after this.
Probably.
Yeah, Sobek's gonna have to find a new
Poor
historian.
gnome.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's not really the gnome or this root occupation's fault. It's just that this guy had just happened to be caught in this.
Yeah. So if you want to tell us where your buddies went, so we could possibly save them if they're not already dead.
Yeah, okay. He, again, relaxes his posture, but he does not put the paper back at this time.
I'm the #1 talker in this group, and I want no one to say otherwise.
I am not.
Well, here, follow me back to my tent. I got a chart that shows where all the tunnels in this palace are.
All right.
I'm gonna say that I already finished my bowl and put everything back the way it was, and so me and Chari are just kind of standing there like nothing.
Oh yeah, just so you know, there's 3 others with us, so don't be panicked when you see them.
Alright, fine. That's good. I don't think my heart can take much more of this. He rounds the corner with Jura and Ogazad, and you watch as his eyes go wide, his posture tenses up again. My soup!
Yeah, there's soup.
Wait, what?
Remember what Charia did?
No, Chari
I
didn't.
didn't do anything.
It was
No,
it
Thalia.
was
Sorry,
the
Yeah, no,
terrible
Chari
with
was busy.
it was the other
I
Ia.
meant
Looking at
Thalia. I'm
papers and
sorry.
didn't
I'm
even
sorry.
notice
I
this
got the name wrong.
It was the other Ia.
Yeah.
He runs up. So he sprints up on his little tiny stubby gnome legs and does like a kind of like a little league baseball slide where it's like on your knees in the back or a backward slide, stopping right at the bowl that is now empty, courtesy of Thalia, and just looks inside. You hear a
This
And he
gnome
just
is having a
sits there.
bad day.
and he just sits there downtrodden.
Well, bright side, you could keep practicing your cooking skills by making more soup. Anyway, you can worry
Can I
about
give
that
him a
later.
couple of my rations?
I don't think it's gonna make him feel better. I think he was really looking forward to that soup,
He'll take it.
but he'll eat it sadly.
Yeah,
Anyway, worry about.
I'll give him
your
like
fu-
2 days worth of rations.
You can
I'm
worry about your
gonna
food
have-
later. We gotta figure out where your guys are.
Well, I already found this map to the tunnels.
You went through my shit.
You kind of threw it all over the floor trying to get away from Captain Dumbass over there.
But you went through my shit.
Because I was putting it back in place, she
Listen.
said, pointing over at the actual, like, reorganized table.
Fine.
Also,
But yeah,
apologies
that's
for
it.
Captain Dumbass there.
Interesting name.
I mean, you've interacted with him. It's fitting, isn't it?
Fair enough. I'm Dorst.
Nice to meet you.
Well, Dork, we gotta go figure things out. Let's
And
get.
for this, I will post his name in the chat.
I'm gonna call him Dork. I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, I figured you were.
Alright, then it's at this point Dorst kind of calms himself down a little. He chows down on the rations. And then Charia, do you return him the map?
Oh, yeah, no, I'd, like, set it down on the table.
Alright, then after he goes back into the tent, he gets changed. He comes out in gear not unlike Lucian's, like just your typical tomb exploration kit. And he's actually able to lead you through the palace and down into what looks like an area where say like if there was a priest that specifically served the old king, it would be where they hung their hat.
Mhm.
And that area, there is a spot of bricks in the wall that have been opened, like a secret door. And there is a very long staircase that leads down. This is the one they went into.
How long ago was that?
They found... Well, they stumbled into an extra chamber last night. But... it was really big and really dark, so a lot of, we kind of pulled back. And they said they'd go and check it out tomorrow, so... Or, well, today now. So they went down in the morning. And, let's see. Kind of looks out, like, looks back outward, like where you guys came. Kind of at the sunset now coming in through the openings. Yeah, so they've been down there quite a while.
Well, when we head down here, we can at least look for them. Make sure they're okay.
I mean, that'd be appreciated, yeah.
Do we have any... Can we have their names just that way we don't have a repeat of before?
Oh, sure. There are 5 of them altogether. You got a notepad?
Yeah, like, I'll pull out, like... I'll pull out, like...
Just say you pull out a notepad.
Yeah, a little notepad and, like, an ink pad and stuff and all that shit.
Are they all gnomes?
No. 2 of them are. Then we have 2 Kenras for bodyguards, and then the boss is a fire genasi.
Oh, fuck.
Well, to be fair, we've already been... Unless he found water and earth already, then there's no way they're in danger at this point.
Well, it did say it was only female genasis, but still.
Yeah, the boss is a dude.
Alright.
So the fire genasi's name is Shufa.
Okay.
Then those Kenra guys, they're gonna be Mars and Reth. And then the 2 gnomes are gonna be Hunter and Gunther.
Alright.
Well, we better
And
get...
just for simplicity's sake, just so that way they don't scream, do you guys have any special code word that you've used to identify each other?
No, not a passphrase or anything, but,
Something
I'll give
only
you my
you would know that you'd never tell us?
No, nothing like that. I give you my Historical Society badge, but Hunter and Gunther might think you killed me and stole it.
Yeah, that is the worry.
That's fine. I still have my badge from Burns. They'll probably see that and understand. And
Oh, okay. I got something you could use.
No?
So when you see Gunther, and when, like, if you can get a, like, positively confirm, like, yeah, this is the dude.
Mhm.
Tell him that Dorst still hangs it over him what happened with his sister.
curious about that, but we'll get to that later.
And that was for Hunter, just to make sure.
Gunther.
Gunther, thank you. This
Yeah,
is
so
why
when you
we
see
double check.
Gunther, yeah, tell him Dorst still holds him responsible for what happened to Gunther's sister.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll know what it means.
Well, with that, you should probably, I guess, go relax back at camp for a while.
Oh yeah, I'm not going down there.
Didn't expect it to, but we should get moving. Again, we've wasted a lot of time.
Well, we shall hopefully see you later, Dorst. Make sure to stay safe.
Yeah, you too. If Manu's the Heartrender, you guys might be in for a hell of a time.
Yeah, that's understatement.
Yeah, I don't mess with those priests, or magic in general, really. He stuffs that paper back into his pocket again. I barely even know how to use this friggin' thing.
What even is it?
It's supposed to be one of those spell on command papers.
Mm-hmm.
One of the big ones. Fireball.
Ooh. You should
Yeah,
probably keep it on you just in case.
Definitely not a good thing to have used in this tight area, though.
Why not? It just makes people blow up or some shit, right? This man has absolutely no clue how spells work.
So, imagine you throw a torchlight at someone, okay? But when the torch gets to the spot, it explodes in a violent 30-foot fireball.
Slowly puts it in his pocket and removes his hand.
Exactly.
Yes. So be more wise at that. Don't just use things willy-nilly.
This guy is so changed.
Is so what?
He's changing career paths. I agree.
His
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Did no one tell you how that worked?
Who gave it to you? You know what? Again, we'll ask him. We'll talk to him later about it. We got to get down there.
Yeah, Reth is the arcane guy. If you want to bitch at anybody, bitch at him.
All right. We'll let him know.
Hopefully you'll be able to bitch at him yourself.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna just go back upstairs.
Well then, I think I think we should have Jorah in the front, followed by me and Lucian. So that way we can identify traps.
You mean me get stabbed by traps?
Well, hopefully they'll notice them before that. But if you do get stabbed, we'll be able to just turn it off afterwards.
All right. Well, let's go.
Why exactly?
One more time?
Why exactly that order?
So
because just in case a monster jumps out, it doesn't grab me or Lucian.
Well, who should be in the back? I guess Okazat should be in the back.
Probably.
Yeah,
I'm too much of a glass cannon.
Well, how wide are these tunnels?
And how dark are these tunnels? You want to put the person who has no dark vision?
The only guy with no dark vision.
I could give him a torch.
Well, yeah, because Lucian doesn't have it either. So Jura and Lucian don't have it.
Yeah, so
Actually,
we'll give him a torch.
Does Okazad have it now?
Yeah, I don't think Dragonborn get it, do they?
No, we do not have dark vision. No.
Yeah, so only Taria and Thalia don't have it. However, as you begin delving these stairs, and it's a fairly wide stair chamber, like big enough to where like you could walk 3 abreast down these stairs and still be perfectly fine.
Okay.
But Lucian actually recommends that Clover go first, and Thalia, you see a familiar phenomena as the kind of glowy, kind of metal sonic looking irises that she has get brighter and actually shed blue light down the stairs.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yep. The cat is very useful in tombs.
And see, Jura would not have thought about it because he'd never seen it before. So it works out. Lead the way, Metal Cat.
And she does so. She begins plodding down the stairs. So what is the marching order after Clover?
I still think I should follow not far behind Clover.
Yeah, I think the marching order basically stays the same.
Well, who's in between, like, Lucian and...
I can always sit between you and Lucian, so that way we can, so that way I can identify stuff for him, and he can then move to turn it off.
I also have thieves' tools, so
yeah.
Seem to forget I'm a rogue.
No,
I think that Nat 2029 in stealth reminded everybody.
Yeah, no, I just wasn't sure since you usually like to stay to the middle or back of the group. You usually are.
No. If you want to use Lucian, by all means, go for it. I'll just stick in the back. Nope.
That's where you usually are.
Nope. He doesn't want me to help. I'm not going to help. He's going to stay in the back.
I was just thinking of safety priority. That's what I was mostly concerned with.
Nope. He wants him and Lucian to take care of all the traps, so she's just going to chill in the back.
You know what? You're pregnant. You're valuable. We don't want you getting hurt. We don't want to risk it.
Uh-huh.
So you begin delving the stairs. Dorst just pieces the fuck out. He's gone back upstairs. And you begin descending. What little light remained of the priest's chamber upstairs very quickly disappears as 5 minutes turns to 10 and 10 into 20. You're eventually descending the staircase for what feels like a good 30 minutes. before you begin to see the faint dying embers of a torchlight on the stairs in front of you. And as you get closer, as Clover's eyes illuminate more area of this stairwell, you notice it appears to give way to just darkness. As you inch closer, you see it's not only darkness, but the floor, walls, and ceiling of this stairwell have completely given out and collapsed into a massive cavernous ravine down below. However, the dying torch is set a couple of stairs above where this is, and there is a large metal spike dug into the center of the stairwell with what appears to be a thick series of braided steel wire wrapped around it and dropping down into this ravine.
So someone went down there.
Yeah. So from what you're gathering from what Dorse told you, after the stairwell collapsed and this place was discovered, when these guys came back this morning, they rappelled down this line to get down here. Or down there, rather.
I guess we should follow them down. What do you guys think?
How far is the gap between this set of stairs and the next?
About 40 feet.
40 feet.
Yeah, so
I
you
think
can...
Oh, good.
No, I was going to say, you can sort of see what the staircase would pick back up.
Mm-hmm.
But probably Okazad with his wings is the only person who can actually make it to the other side.
Yeah. So... I guess we can start heading down, and either that or we can send Okazad across to like plant a rope or something there to help us get across.
There's a few things we could do, but I do believe these guys are also a priority in some sense as well.
I mean, they do have the most time in these places, so they'll actually know where to go.
It's probably best if we go down after them.
What do you think, Thalia?
Oh, you want my opinion now? Okay.
I thought that's what was gonna happen.
Passive-aggressive rogue is passive-aggressive.
Yeah, no, down.
Okay. Down it is.
I could probably just
Makes no
glide
sense.
down. I don't even need the rope, do I?
Yeah, it makes no sense for us to say, oh, we'll find them and see that they've gone that way and just walk away
Yeah.
from them.
That, and I don't think Manu can fly. Think.
Yeah, keyword there is think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, he
the
has
only-
teleportation
the only-
magic to an extent.
The only thing you know about him, per what Xena told you, is he's a wizard.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
you
there's
begin
there's
descending.
definitely a variety of wizard spells that could get him across that.
Well, whatever
Yeah,
the
so
case,
you're
we
able
should.
You're able to descend into the darkness. This wire goes down a long way. Like, if you fell to, like, Thalia, this is even deeper than the pit in the tomb that you and Lucian fell down last time.
Should I probably be carrying the cat down, or is someone going down the wire carrying him?
The cat actually, with her little metal claws, digs into the pouch on Lucian's side and just kind of hangs while he rappels down.
Oh, I thought he was just gonna start climbing down the wall.
No, he grabs onto it, and he it actually looks like he has a little mechanical device that's actually like, it's got a wheel on it, and he's able to like grip it to adjust the speed at which he descends.
Oh, it's one of those things.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where, like, as soon as he equips it, he can just start going, and all he has to do is grip, and he descends slower. But as you get to the bottom of this, those with dark vision can very clearly see that the area is very old, very, the walls and floor appear to be some kind of very dark gray stone. And the area appears to have several either bronze or brass looking pipes running along the walls and out. you notice, Jura, you're kind of backing up to get a feel for these things, and as you bump into one of these pipes, you
Dead.
And the people.
I'm mostly concerned about the rogue priest.
also the historical society. Yes, you did kind of tell Dorst you would find his people.
And we can probably get a reward for saving them.
If not force a reward.
Mm-hmm.
If they even need saving, we'll find them, and they're just like, what?
We'll just say we saved them anyway from a rogue murderous priest.
We'll tell Doris and we'll take his fireball scroll from him. That's what we'll do. Never know when that might be.
So take notes of whatever you felt pertinent from your conversation with Dorst, because I will likely not remember.
I actually have the information on the people and their names. And
MJ,
I saved the phrase he told us to tell them.
MJ, can you take put a note down for me because my notes thing isn't working for some reason? I messed it up. Just say lied to saved people. Take fireball scroll.
Okay. I'll mark it down in my character sheet here. For Jura, lie that we saved people or save them, and get fireball scroll later from Dorst. There we go.
Thank you.
All right, I can't wait to reconvene in 7 months.
No, we're going to reconvene in like a week or two, so we do my campaign, and then we'll reconvene for Chris's after that.
As long as we get back on a semi-regular schedule, that would be golden.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
We'll figure it out
I
afterwards.
might not be available next weekend.
All right. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yep. And I'm ending the recording. Say goodbye if you want.
Bye.